You can start a weekend adventure with a group of guys you don't know, and then by day 3, you're like best friends. Day 4 was the road day.
Yeah. So it was bittersweet because it's really our last day that we weren't wheeling that day.
Right.
This was your get yourself back home, back to the base camp type thing. And being that we were now in southern West Virginia,
Yes.
that meant that we split up.
Melvin lives south, so he was able to kind of cut down towards North Carolina. Jack had a quick drive home, I think, like 2 hours. And then a lot of us lived up to the northeast, where we kind of drove up towards Deep Creek, stopped for lunch, got some gas, and then we got west through Maryland to drive back home. And I think everyone kind of split off to do their own thing, and Pascal kind of went, I think, north into Pennsylvania over
Yeah,
to...
because he's ended up in Jersey. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Yeah, we all kind of split up there because that's when Corey stopped and got food.
Yep.
And then they were going to continue on to PA. We stuck up together until going down 70 when I bailed out.
Yep.
And then you, Kurt, and Doug kept going back home to Anne Arundel County?
Yeah, so Kurt peeled off and went north Pennsylvania, and then Doug and I kind of continued on 100. Road days present their own challenges, and I think people
Sleep on that?
They underestimate that. Yeah, for sure. And we lucked out, and we were able to make it back pretty unscathed, I will say.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that it can't happen.
I picked on Eric because Eric's the leader of the pack, and he's also the fastest driver of the group by far, which was interesting because the juxtaposition was that your brother was easily the slowest driver of the group the entire day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably say that it has to do with like rig too, because the YJ on 35.
Yeah, a YJ on 35 versus a modern LJ on 33.
Right.
But it was pretty entertaining.
Right.
And it was also really neat to see, like, I kind of geek out when we're on the trails and you see how different rigs perform, similar setups, differences, wheelbase, what differences that make. You could see it on the road too.
Yep.
What was your favorite day on Malltimate Adventure?
Favorite day for me, oh man, it's tough. Potts Mountain, probably day 2, for a few reasons. I loved where we camped. I thought that was the most legit campsite, even though it didn't have showers, which I'm a fan of. It was a really cool camping spot. I think we had the most diverse trails for wheeling. And what I mean by that is, like, we had super hardcore stuff, we had really easy stuff, we had a mix of both.
We had that Blue Ridge Mountain in the morning.
Yep, we had a really cool drive, and I feel like that day was, like, iconic for me. That was my perfect day. What about you?
I actually agree. So Potts Mountain, day 2 was my favorite. Day 1 was a little bit of that Type 2 fun with the casualties.
Yep.
Same with day 3, actually.
Yep.
Day 2 was the right mix of challenge, beautiful weather, fun driving, and I don't know, I get a little excited about the idea of that we're on public land using that, what your tax dollars pay for.
Sure.
Got that freedom to go do something. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
That brings us to a wrap on day 4, which brings us to the end of Malltimate Adventure, which then, for Eric and I know we were already talking about on the way back. It's like, what does next year look like? We're already looking forward to doing it better and doing a new location and checking out new things for next year, because this was the first year for it. And so this was the test bed, right? There was a lot of lessons learned.
Yep. A lot of lessons learned. I will say for next year, we will probably have more trail days.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay.
I'll say, depending on where you're located, maybe you'll have to trail your rig. maybe not. I don't know.
Meeting location might not be DC.
No, it won't. I'll tell you right now, it won't be DC.
Why? I mean, that's so weird. You didn't
Love driving through Potomac traffic with all the lights. It's so hot, Eric.
No. Maybe it'll be at a mall. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we are going to make next year even better. We're going to go to some more parks, more centrally located. Who knows? We're going to be in locations where I know I've never been. I think my one takeaway is I'm going to pre-run this one, at least attempt to, because this
we talked about pre-running this one too.
Right, we did.
But we're real people, so I mean, we'll see what life allows us to do.
Yeah, I know I want to get some more involvement with social media this time around. I know I did zero involvement, and yet we still have people interested. And who knows, maybe some sponsors, if people want to chip in, if they want to join, I will fully support that. You know, we want to make this available to everyone in this kind of community, in the off-road rock crawling community.
And I will be an advocate for, as somebody who just moved back to here,
Yeah.
just got back into four-wheeling Jeeps, that it was intimidating to say, hey, I'm going to sign up and say, I'm going to live out of my rig, my very well-worn rig, for several days and put that many road miles on it. That's a big thing to bite off on, but I will tell you, absolutely worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Had a blast.
Yep.
This is the highlight of my wheeling this entire year.
Yep.
And I can't wait to do it again, and I'm going to do it better.
That's part of the fun of it. Like, we not only had a great event, had a good time, we created a new community, made some new friends.
Yep.
And we're all working towards what next year's going to look like. A couple of the folks that went on the adventure with us are part of our local four-wheeling club.
Yep.
And are now coming to some of our four-wheeling club's events later this year. Like, we got some new wheeling buddies out of this.
Yeah.
I know I started my four-wheeling adventure kind of going and doing some stuff on my own in public lands down in Virginia, like where we were at. But really, when I would consider myself becoming a four-wheeler was when I got involved in a club and got out with a group, because that's when you can start pushing and seeing what your rig's really capable of. It's much safer to do that with some other experienced wheelers. So that's what's great about having an off-road club, and why, you know, I was very passionate and very excited when I had an opportunity to get involved with Baltimore four-wheelers, because it gave me an opportunity to get back into one of those groups and to give back to, you know, some folks who are just getting into the sport too.
Yeah. I'll say that this event isn't exclusive to B4W. I'll say it's hosted by Baltimore four-wheelers. This is open to the public. This is open to anyone who wants to, like, test themselves out, test out their rig.
Have a capable rig that you can keep running.
Yep.
On those kind of trails and those kind of road miles
Yep.
for a few days. Have the right attitude.
Yep.
That's about it, man.
Yeah. If this is something that interests you, you have to apply. This isn't like you're a shoe-in. We vet all the applications. And then if you have the attitude of, hey, I'll go wherever, I'll wheel wherever, I'll wheel with whomever, then you're going to have a very high likelihood of getting in. I will say we're limited to the amount of rigs, and that is on purpose, because we can't have 50 rigs coming through trails. It could take all day.
Yep.
And
Camping logistics, driving logistics.
Yep. We limit this for a reason. Mm-hmm. And I'll say that next year will also be limited. And if you want to try this out, and it seems like you would be interested, the way to apply is we'll have a Google form. You'll fill out your application. You'll fill out your name, all the stuff about your rig. You'll upload some pictures, why you want to join, if you're willing to share this stuff on social media, just to get the name out.
Where can we find more information on social media?
So, we have our own Instagram site, Malltimate Adventure.
Make sure you see the underscore.
Yeah, right. 2 words. And check out the Instagram page, follow. This will be uploaded on YouTube. But we really encourage people to apply. Like, if this is something that interests you and you want to test yourself, test your rig, walk away with a group chat that you're still on.
Yeah.
And that you're sending.
Yeah, we're what, a month and a half out?
Yeah, and we're still sending vehicles that people should buy because we don't want them.
We want them.
Yes.
But we
want someone else to buy them. You can start a weekend adventure with a group of guys you don't know, and then by day 3, you're like best friends. And
I will say that as one last sales pitch is, if you don't go out and go wheeling with us, that you at least go out and find your group and go do some of this stuff.
Morning. Hey, this is James, and this is my 2003 TJ.
Eric Jurgensen, driving a 2006 LJ. Co-driver is Steve Jurgensen.
I'm Brian Smith. This is my wife's 2015 four-door JK.
First name is Pasquale.
I'm Chris.
We got a 97 TJ.
Doug Fritz. Pod Cope. I have a 2013 Jeep Wrangler.
Hi, I'm Kurt Jurgensen. I drive a 1990 Jeep Wrangler. This is my son Ben.
I'm Corey Golden, co-driver Kristen, and I have a 2003 Jeep Wrangler.
Hey, I'm Jack from Jack Off First, my co-driver Brian. This is my 1993 Ford Explorer.
I'm Melvin.
Molly.
We're in our 06 LJ.
How you doing, Tom? This is my 13 JK Rubicon.
My name's Travis. My Jeep is 2006 LJ Rubicon. Got my buddy Mossberg